Hello internet, here is Gaming Explosion. Today is a very boring day and I don't know what to do. This is my fucking room. I mean not my room, this is my fucking working computer room and gonna eat your chips. So today I'm gonna do nothing but sitting here for 1329 minutes. Yeah, that's too bad. Oh, fuck yourself. So I today want to tell you about one story about how Jeff came from. So let's go. So how Jeff gets such. Jeff. Why? So this is all about creepypasta. Creepypastas are horror-related legends or images that have been copied and pasted around internet. These internet entires are often brief, user-generated ghost or alien stories intended to scare readers. They include gruesome tales of murder, suicide, and otherworldly occurrence. According to Time magazine, the Jerry had its peak audience in 2010 when it's covered by the New York Times. So let's move off to Jeff the Killer. So Jeff the Killer is story accompanied by image of the character. The story is that teenager named Jeff was severely injured by accident of bullying that caused his face to become burned. Following incident, Jeff went insane and cut a smile to his cheeks and burned off his eyelids. He is now a serial killer who sneaks into house at night and whispers, "Go to sleep," before murdering his victims. In 2013, posters on the image board website Fortune stated that Jeff the Killer image is extensive edited picture of a girl who commits suicide in the fall of 2008. Well, that's a lot of creepy. And Slenderman. Slenderman is a teen, tall with a blank face, wearing a black suit, who is said to stalk and traumatize people. The character organized in 2009 Something Awful Photoshop competition, and creepypasta were written shortly afterwards. Yeah. Oh, this is the thing I never seen before. Ted the Caver. Ted the Caver began as Angel Fire website earlier. The discovery of adventure of a man and his friend. They explore a local cave. The story in the format is a series blog post as the explorers move further into the cave. Strange hieroglyphs and winds are encountered in a final blog post. That sucks a lot. So I'll stop here. Okay. Jeff the killer. Oh fuck no. I hate this. Story. So let's see this YouTube video.
Jeff and his family had just moved into a new neighborhood. His dad had gotten a promotion at work, and they thought it would be best to live in one of those fancy neighborhoods. Jeff and his brother Lou couldn't complain though. A new, better house. What was not to love? As they were getting unpacked, one of their neighbors came by.
Hello, I'm Barbara. I live across the street from you. Well, I just wanted to introduce myself and my son.
She turned around and called her son over.
Billy, these are our new neighbors.
Billy said hi.
Well, I'm Margaret, and this is my husband Peter, and my two sons, Jeff and Lou.
They each introduced themselves, and then Barbara invited them to her son's birthday. Jeff and his brother were about to object when their mother said that they would love to. When Jeff and his family were done packing, Jeff went up to his mom.
Mom, why would you invite us to some kid's party? If you haven't noticed, I'm not some dumb kid.
Jeff, we just moved here. We should show that we want to spend time with our neighbors. Now, we're going to that party, and that's final.
Jeff started to talk,
But I don't even know that...
but stopped himself, knowing that he couldn't do anything.
Ugh, forget it.
Whenever his mom said
Sorry.
something, it was gone.
Things started to get a little bit creepy, and yeah, you know
Some
it.
kid on a skateboard jumped over them, only inches above their laps. They both jumped back in surprise.
Hey, what the hell? Well. It looks like we got some new meat.
Suddenly, two other kids appeared.
Well, since you're new here and all, I'll go ahead and make introductions. Over there's Pete, and he is Troy. And most importantly, I am Randy. Now, for all the kids in this neighborhood, there is a small fare to ride the bus, if you catch my drift.
Lou stood up, ready to punch the lights out of the kid's eyes, when one of his friends pulled a knife on him.
Hey, I hope you'd have been more cooperative. But I guess we gotta do this the hard way.
The kid walked up to Lou and took his wallet out of his pocket. Jeff got that feeling again. Now it was truly strong, a burning sensation. He stood up, but Lou gestured to him to sit down. Jeff ignored him and walked up to the kid.
Listen here, you little punk. Give back my bro's wallet, or else.
Randy put the wallet in his pocket and pulled out his own knife.
What? And what will you do?
Just as he finished the sentence, Jeff popped the kid in the nose. As Randy reached for his face, Jeff grabbed the kid's wrist and broke it. Randy screamed, and Jeff grabbed the knife from his hand. Troy and Keith rushed Jeff, but Jeff was too quick. He threw Randy to the ground. Keith lashed out at him, but Jeff ducked and stabbed him in the arm. Keith dropped his knife and fell to the ground screaming. Troy rushed him too, but Jeff didn't even need the knife. He just punched Troy straight in the stomach and Troy went down. As he fell, he puked all over.
He's crazy.
Lou could do nothing but look in amazement at Jeff.
Jeff, how did you...
That was all Lou said. They saw the bus coming, and knew they'd be blamed for the whole thing. So they started running as fast as they could. As he got that feeling, he felt how powerful it was. The urge to just hurt someone. He didn't like how it sounded, but he couldn't help feeling happy. When he got home, his parents asked him how his day was, and he replied in a somewhat ominous voice.
It was a wonderful day.
The next morning, Jeff heard a knock at his front door. He walked down to find 2 police officers at the door, and his mother looking back at him with an angry look.
Jeff, these officers tell me that you attacked 3 kids, that it wasn't regular fighting, and that they were stabbed. Stabbed, son.
Son, call down your brother.
Jeff couldn't do it, since it was him who beat up all the kids.
Sir, it was me. I was the one who beat up the kids. Lou tried to hold me back, but he couldn't stop me.
The cop looked at his partner, and they both nodded.
Well, kid, looks like you're in juvie.
Wait,
They all looked up to see Lou holding a knife.
it was me. I beat up those little punks, and I have the marks to prove it.
Son, just put the knife down.
Lou held up the knife
That's stupid.
and dropped it to the ground.
No, Lou, it was me. I did it.
Jeff had tears running down his face.
Poor bro, trying to take the blame for what I did. Well, take me away.
The police led Lou out to the patrol car.
Lou, tell them it was me. Tell them I was the one who beat up those kids.
Jeff's mother put her hands on his shoulders.
Jeff, please. You don't have to lie. We know it was Lou. You can stop.
His mother woke him. She wore her usual happy, sunshiny smile.
Jeff, today's the day.
What's today?
Jeff stirred awake.
But it's Billy's party.
Jeff was now fully awake.
You're joking, right? You don't expect me to go to some kid's party after...
There was a long pause.
Jeff, we both know what happened. I think this party could be the thing that brightens up the past days. Now, get dressed.
He wondered why they would ever wear such fancy clothes to a kid's party.
Son, is that all you're going to wear?
Better than wearing too much.
No, Jeff. We may be overdressed, but this is how you go if you want to make an impression.
Jeff grunted and went back up to his room. A minute later, he yelled down the stairs.
I don't have any fancy clothes.
Finally,
How do I
he found
know?
a white hoodie,
Continue.
put it on, and went downstairs.
You're wearing that?
Jeff's mother looked at her watch.
No time to change. Let's just go.
The kids are out in the yard, Jeff. How about you go and meet some of them?
Jeff walked outside to a yard full of kids.
Hey, wanna play?
No, kid. I'm way too old for this stuff. Hello. Jeff, is it? We have some unfinished business. I think we're even. I beat the crap out of you, and you got my brother sent to juvie. Oh, no, Jeff. I don't go for even, Jeff. I go for winning, Jeff. You may have kicked our asses that one time, little boy, but that's not gonna happen today.
As Randy spoke, he rushed at Jeff, and they both fell to the ground. Randy punched Jeff in the nose, and Jeff grabbed him by the ears and headbutted him. Jeff pushed Randy off of him. Troy and Keith both pulled guns out of their pockets.
No one interrupts, or guns will fly.
Troy, spotting Jeff, swung his knife at him, but Jeff backed away, and then retaliated, smashing the towel rack into Troy's face. Troy went down hard, out cold in a heap upon the floor. Only Keith remained staying. Keith then pushed Jeff into the wall, upsetting a container of bleach which sat on the shelf above them. The container fell and burst on contact with Jeff and Keith. drenching them in its corrosive content, then pulled back the towel wrap and swung it straight into Keith's head, landing one well-placed blow to the bully's temple, his head. An ominous smile flashed across his face.
What's so funny? What's funny is that you're covered in bleach and alcohol.
Jeff's eyes widened as Keith threw the lighter at him. As soon as the flame made contact with him, the flames ignited the alcohol in the vodka. While the alcohol burned him, the bleach worked on his skin. Jeff let out a terrible screech as he caught on fire. He tried to roll to put out the fire, but it was no use. The alcohol had turned him into a walking inferno. He ran down the hall to the stairs. Once there, he collapsed, tumbling down the steps and landing in a pile at the foot of a crowd of people that had formed in the lower level of the house. People screamed as they saw Jeff's condition. Jeff was nearly dead, barely conscious at the base of the stairs, and appeared to be horribly injured. The last thing that Jeff saw before blacking out was his mother and the other parents trying to extinguish the flames, trying to extinguish him. Darkness took him.
Yeah, this is pretty evil. If you like, you can see more episodes.
Now we'll hope for the best.
The doctor quickly pulled the cloth, letting the rest fall from Jeff's face. Jeff's mother screamed at the sight of his face.
What? What happened to my face?
Jeff rushed out of bed and ran to the bathroom. He looked in the mirror and saw the cause of the distress.
Jeff, it's not that bad.
Not that bad. It's perfect.
Jeff?
Are you okay?
The guy is crazy.
Okay. I've never felt more happy. This face goes perfectly with me.
Doctor, is my son all right? You know, in the head?
Oh, yes. This behavior is typical for patients that have taken very large amounts of painkillers. If his behavior doesn't change in a few weeks, bring him back in, and we'll reevaluate him psychologically.
Later that night, Jeff's mother woke to a sound coming from the bathroom. It sounded as if someone was crying. She slowly walked over to see what it was. When she looked into the bathroom, she saw a horrendous sight. Jeff had taken a knife and carved a smile into his cheeks.
Jeff? What are you doing?
That's creepy.
I couldn't keep smiling, Bobby. It hurt after a while. Now, I can smile forever.
Jeff, your eyes.
I couldn't see my face. I got tired and my eyes started to close. So I burned out my eyelids so I could see myself forever. What's wrong, Mommy? Aren't I beautiful?
Yes, son. Yes, you are. Let me go get Daddy so he can see your face. Honey, get the gun. Me.
She stopped. Jeff stood in the doorway.
Mommy, you lied.
Jeff rushed across the room with the knife, laughing all the while, and then stabbed and gutted both his parents. But now they were clean of blood and stitched together. She led Jeff to his room and made him put his... Just go to sleep.
So that was the full story about Jeff the Killer. If you'd like to see more about this, please subscribe and like my video. Thank you and goodbye. Punch the face.